The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Will Steffi and Liam's own kisses finally be revealed? Finn must learn truth. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Hope Logan will await more drama now that John Finn Finnegan has rejected her idea about sweeping her impulsive kiss under the rug. Finn doesn't want to keep secrets from Steffi Forrester, so he said he couldn't lie to his wife like Hope suggested. Now it's just a matter of whether Finn will follow through on confessing the kiss news. It's possible Finn will change his mind and try to avoid the damage this revelation could do. Finn might pretend he wanted to talk to Steffi about something else and keep a tight lid on Hope's drunken smooch. If Finn backs out of coming clean, Steffi may hold it against him when the secret kiss still comes to light later. However, that would make Steffi a giant hypocrite since she never told Finn about the kisses she shared with Liam Spencer. After Liam caught Hope making out with Thomas Forrester in Italy, he pounced on Steffi the first chance he got. As if one forbidden kiss wasn't enough, Liam planted another one on Steffi once they returned to Los Angeles. Steffi never divulged anything about those kisses to Finn, who deserved to know just as much as Steffi deserves to know about Hope's impulsive move now. If Finn hides the truth to keep the peace, he'll simply be doing the same thing Steffi did. On the other hand, Finn might ultimately confess and leave Steffi feeling guilty on some level. Steffi will be furious with Hope, but she might appreciate Finn's willingness to be honest. It's easy to imagine Steffi flashing back to Liam kissing her in Rome and then once more at the Cliff House. Finn's admission could send Steffi on a guilt trip and leave her feeling terrible about the secret kisses she's been hiding for so long. Will this B&B storyline lead to the truth about Liam and Steffi's lip locks coming out? Whether Steffi spills or Finn finds out through eavesdropping, he needs to hear what happened in Italy and in the aftermath back in Leh. This is turning into the summer of secrets, so stick with us for more predictions on which ones will cause trouble. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say some wild moments are ahead on B&B, so stay tuned for updates on all the major exposures. CDO's where you want to be for the hottest Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news, so make us your #1 source. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Finn saves Aunt Poppy, plays detective to help Luna's mom. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Luna Nozawa is struggling to deal with Poppy Nozawa's arrest and may end up turning to someone besides Bill Spencer for help. Bill's taking a hands-off approach and letting the cops do their thing, but Luna is worried that Poppy could land in prison for the rest of her life. Since Luna feels confident that her mom is innocent, she may seek an ally in her fight to get Poppy off the hook. The show's been clear about John Finn Finnegan having a positive relationship with his adoptive aunt, so maybe it's time for him to get involved in Poppy's storyline. Finn cares about Poppy and may agree with Luna about her mother not being capable of something so awful. Poppy may be a free spirit who doesn't always tell the whole truth, but that doesn't mean she'd go as far as wiping Tom Starr and Paul Hollister off the map. Finn has a nice bond with Luna and will hate to see her suffering during Poppy's legal nightmare. If Luna begs Finn to help her get to the bottom of things, he may get on board. Of course, this could lead to Finn interacting with Sheila Sharp again, since she was there the night Tom croaked and wound up being the last person to see Hollis alive. Finn might rely on Sheila for information as he works to gather clues about the real culprit in all this. If that's the case, Steffi Forrester won't be happy about Finn opening the door to more Sheila trouble. Nevertheless, it'd be great to see B&B play up this Finn and Luna family angle. That's especially true, since it looks like Luna's biological father may be revealed as Jack Finnegan, which would make Finn and Luna half-siblings. Will Finn be the one to step up for Luna and play the hero for Aunt Poppy? Could Finn play detective at Luna's request and help her clear Poppy's name? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say some shocking news is brewing in this criminal investigation, so we'll pass along more predictions on the whodunit and updates on where it's ultimately headed. CDL will have other scorching bold and the beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your favorite B&B hotspot. We need to pick our jaws up off the floor and talk about where Bold and Beautiful goes from here. I tend to binge watch Bold and Beautiful each week, which is pretty easy to do when the episodes are only about 20 minutes long. While watching this week's episodes, I found myself doing something that hasn't happened in a while, looking forward to each new installment. And when Friday's episode ended, well, let's just say I'm borderline desperate to see what happens next. Let's dive in. Want to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that someone is innocent of murder. If they happen to be a soap character, charge them with the crime. They won't even need an attorney, because before the case could possibly go to trial, the real killer will be exposed. Which means we should soon find out that Tom and Hollis were done in by, well, anyone except Poppy. After she was hauled away by the police, I became incredibly annoyed with Bill. Not only did he not rush down to the station to be with Poppy as she faced this crisis, he then turned around and immediately said to supposed daughter Luna, "Hey, I know you're kind of freaked right now, but let's just rip the bandage off and do another paternity test right this second. Whatcha say?" Who is Luna's father? It shouldn't surprise anyone that the latest paternity test proved Luna's not Bill's daughter. As I've said in the past, soaps should always follow the path down which the most drama can be found. Bill being Luna's dad is a total snooze. Now we not only get to play Who's the Real Dad, but also, with any luck, get to see old school Dollar Bill come roaring back. For months now, we've been stuck with a kinder, gentler Bill who is, if I'm being honest, kinda boring. Love Don Diamond, but Bill is at his best when he's firing verbal zingers at everyone in his vicinity, kicking butt, and generally being a cynical wisies. Here's hoping this twist finds him determined to discover who pulled this con and why, which should also put him back in Lee's orbit, a pairing I've loved since first they crossed paths. Of course, absolutely everything about this story changed in the final moments of Friday's episode. Because about 83 seconds after finding out that Bill wasn't her dad, Luna planted a kiss on him. No, not a "well, you're still like a dad to me" kiss on the cheek. This had to be the most shocking soap buzz since that time Bridget planted a lip lock on Ridge. This show has a long history of playing borderline incestuous relationships. They are the daytime version of a V.C. Andrews novel, IYKYH. But even for Bold and Beautiful, this one was a shocker. If anyone in the viewing audience dares to say they saw it coming, I'ma brand them a liar. But as reasons to tune in tomorrow, or in this case, Monday, go, this was a doozy. Because where, exactly, does the show go from here? I'm not all that into the RJ/Luna romance, but it should be fun to watch his reaction, especially given how supportive he was in the wake of Zendagate. Which, to be clear, is exactly the reaction RG should have had, given that what happened was in no way, shape, or form Luna's fault. I mean, honestly, I'm dying to see how everyone on the canvas, from Liam to Ridge, reacts to this kiss. Given that this is a show on which everything is talked about by everyone, I'm pretty sure it's not something that's going to stay a secret for long. And what about that weird little smile Luna gave at the end? Anybody else suddenly wondering if maybe Luna is the one who killed Hollis and Tom? Could she be framing her mom, and if so, why? Stay in your lane. Katie worked my nerves this week, big time. Look, we all know that she will always and forever love Bill, especially when they aren't actually together, but her determination to see Poppy punished was a bit much. What made her behavior even more exasperating was the fact that she basically called the police to say, "Hey, y'all need to arrest my ex-husband's girlfriend." And then, when they did it, acted as if she had no clue why the cops would be so suspicious. "I didn't tell the police to arrest Poppy," she said with a straight face, even going so far as to basically dismiss the notion of Sheila having committed the crimes. But lest I forget, Sheila is now the heroine of the show, so carry on. Sing it if you know it. Danny and Cricket's visit was equal parts cringe and fun, and maybe not in the way I might have expected. I love that they struck a deal between Danny and Forrester Creations to use his music in their ad campaigns. Think about it. How many songs from your youth have turned up in ads for everything from cars to erectile dysfunction medications? What made zero sense to me was that when Danny gave his impromptu performance, he did almost the entire thing with his back to the Forresters, performing for us as opposed to them. It was an odd decision to say the least. Meanwhile, the cringe came when the party turned into an over-the-top Brooke Logan love fest. I mean, I love Hope, but when she started leading the room and chanting her mom's name, I did a full-body eye roll. I did, however, really enjoy when Pam approached Steffi to vent about the event. "The Logans with their wiggle and their jiggle," she snarked. "Will it ever end? Models parading around in their underwear. Really? In my beloved sister's home?" I bought every single word of Pam's speech. I also really liked having Steffi step up to speak, and then kinda sorta praise Brooke. Sure, her smile was pained, but of course it was. As she later explained to Finn, Brooke's bedroom is making money, and as CEO, that's what matters most to her. I honestly don't know what we're expected to think of this week's other kiss. You know, the one where Hope decided it was a good idea to lock lips with Finn in the Forrester family living room. I wish I understood Finn's determination to tell Steffi about what happened, but I can't say I do. Finn said he doesn't keep things from his wife, but I beg to differ. There have been numerous times in the past where, in the best interest of his marriage and his wife, he's opted to bite his tongue. So his determination to tell Steffi doesn't make sense. Unless, of course, you factor in the Logan/Forrester war. Much as I'd love to never revisit that, it's clear that with Taylor back on the canvas, we're about to dial it up again. The only way this is going to make this particular viewer happy is if Finn confesses the kiss, Steffi fires Hope, and Brooke's daughter decides to start her own company to compete with Forrester. Regular readers will know I've been dying for Bold and Beautiful to revisit its roots by creating a second fashion house to compete with Forrester. Imagine the drama if Hope were to jump ship and see who she could take with her. Random thoughts. Asterisk, wouldn't it have been nice if someone at the party had acknowledged Eric? There was months of talk about how he wasn't being pushed aside, yet the only shout out the Forrester patriarch, who created the company, got was a nod to him and Donna for having thrown yet another shindig.